नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुं विष्णु सहस्रनामं 6th श्लोकम् अप्रमेयो हृषिकेशः पद्मनाभो अमरप्रभुः विश्वकर्मा मनुस्त्वष्टा स्तविरुद्ध्रुवः. Aprameya means no comparison. What do you mean by no comparison? If you see the moon, somebody will say your face is like moon. There is a comparison. You are compared with a known object, that is why comparison will come into picture. But when you do not know the greatness or the beauty of the God, then how you will compare with anything? So he is beyond comparison. So that is known as Aprameya. There is nothing else with which you can compare. You may identify certain things with your imagination and say this is so, but he is beyond all that. So Aprameya comes into picture. Another thing is, science can deduce by logic. If this is like this, it should be like this, like that kind of things. Inference, you may call it. It is beyond science. Metaphysically, you cannot deduce anything of God's properties, the elements of the God. So there you can't compare it, whatever it is, the known or unknown resources. Then Hrushikesa. Hrushikesa is very important. Personally, I like it because he is the controller of the senses, controller of our own senses. Our senses, as all of you know, they are wandering outside. They want to see the TV. They want to hear the good music. They want to eat. They want to touch some interesting thing. These are all going outside. So to be controlled, that particular one, the Hrushikesa is required. God. So Hrushikesa is that particular meaning. Another meaning is the long, Kesa means hair. Long hairs are there. They say they are like sun and moon, rays are coming, and prosperity of the world is taken care of by these rays. That is another meaning. Padmanabha. There is under his navel, the Padmam is there, lotus. Now, all creation has been created from this particular Nabhi and Padmanabha. From there only the Brahma came and the whole creation started. The point here is, Nabhi means it is a production of many creative ideas. So this idea is Antakarana, it is inside. This idea, how it will come into action, it is like this. When it is in the idea form, it is known as para. Technicalities I am explaining. Then perceived, if you, that particular idea, you mentally perceive something like that. If a film director wanted to create a film, first he will have the idea, then he will mentally imagine what it is, known as perceiving. That is known as pasyanti. Then that para is mentally he is viewing. Then which actor could be better to be taken, that he will consider. Then play as thoughts. Then your thoughts will be going on this particular one, how it can be done, how it can be done. This is the thing you are doing that. That is Madhyama. You got an idea and then a vague thing is there formed in your mind and you are thinking on that particular one and it is coming out to an extent that is Madhyama. It has come here in some shape and then it has to vomit out and come out as an expression that is known as Vaikhari. This is known as evolution stages of the idea to action, how it will take care. So that is beautifully explained. Padmanabha. So when you think of Padmanabha, ideas will come to you. You have to think that kind of things. Even for a minute, it is not deviation. When Brahma was formed, he doesn't know what to do. He was asked to do creation. Then he doesn't know how to create. He was stuck. So he prayed to the God, what to do. Then a thought came to him, meditate, think. IBM also says the same thing. Whenever, even in the bathroom, wherever you are there, think, ideas will come. Ideas to come, this Padmanabha, that is the idea. We have to creatively think of those things and then perceive how it can be in a gross form, then thinking how it can be materialized and then express for improving your personality. If you want to write an examination or go IAS examination or student, you have to perceive how the competitions are there and how you have to work out, at what level you have to do, what type of resources you should have it, and how you can execute it, all those things. Then comes Amara Prabhu. He is not only God for human beings, for also to all the gods, including Dikpalaka and Indras. So if you do Vishnu sahasranamam, as I know from my relatives and friend circles, a fellow who is in 78, he was in hair and healthy and jumping also. He was only doing Vishnu sahasranamam every day. So the point is, if you take care of Vishnu sahasranamam, all other gods and Dikpalakas, all grahas are automatically subdued. You need not bother about the various other issues. Then Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma means he is the divine architecture. How beautifully this world has been created by the God. Beautifully. So he is a Vishwakarma. He is the best architect ever seen. So beautiful mountains, sceneries, rivers, and whatnot, fauna and flora, including ourselves. It is all his reflection. But at the same time, he is only witness. He is not involved in that particular one. A director may prepare a film. He gives a direction, and people or actors are working. He is only witnesses. He is not doing any kind of things. Then Manu. Manu means, as all of you know, Manana Sila, it was known as. It is he has the capability to think highly on high objectives continuously through his mind. He explores his mind to the highest level. We are all exploring, my dear friends. Only miniature of our mind is used. Mind can do wonders, but we are manameva mosham, manameva bandhamochana, it was mentioned. Through our mind, we are using useless entertainments and getting ourselves with what we call garbage in, garbage out. We are in our mind, it is completely what you call, the file is corrupted like that. Mind is corrupted. The mind should be kept clean, and it should be used for good things. So, but the God is using for better things, and he wants us as his amshas to use our mind for productive, creative, and intelligent purposes. Let our health be improved, let our property be improved, let our knowledge be improved. That is required, not for enjoyment. Then comes Tvasta. Tvasta means when at the time of dissolution of the world, this macro picture is reduced to micro. That all this particular big mountains, they will be made into small things and ultimately go in the form to his own way. Only space will be remaining. Objects are completely lost. So that miniature where the whole things are done, that is known as Tvasta. A gross form is reduced to that particular one. Stavista. Stavista means it is a superlative form of the gross. There are so many gross forms all over the world, mountains for example. This is this God is the superlative stavista. There is no other gross form than that. If all these gross forms are together, that is the Vishnu's shape. So that is the maximum gross form that is available is Vishnu himself, stavista. And that is why there won't be any further movements. Another meaning is he has got, because all things are within him only, all properties, all capabilities, all tejas, everything is within him only, all the powers. So if you pray to him, naturally you will have something out of that particular one. Stavista. Then Staviro Dhruva. Staviro means, Chinmaya people were good enough to inform properly. Staviro means ancient. It is a very ancient one. He is a very ancient one, God. Much before the creation. Then Dhruva is a permanent one. We are all, entire creation is one day or other it will be lost. Nothing will remain, including the oceans and motions, including the Indras, Dikpalakas. They may be having a longer life compared to the human beings, but when the dissolution day comes, pralayam what we call it, even the Indra and other Yama, all people will be swallowed by the Iswara. So the point here is, unlike that, our God, the Vishnu, the super God, he is permanent one. And he introduced the concept of time. So the time is not bounding him. That point you have to note it. For us, the age 100 years we have to live. For every there is a time bound situation for every animal, for anything. But he is beyond the time. And whatever happens in this world, this phenomenal world, it won't affect him. It won't affect him. On his own, he may sumoto, he may act. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata tadaham I will come. But at his own way, not because you have disturbed it. He will come at his own space. And then Dhruva, Dr. Yelaluri Panduranga Rao, he made a good observation. Dhruva, all of you know, Dhruva star is permanent. All other stars in the Nakshatra Mandala, they may be moving. But as far as Dhruva is concerned, he won't move. Like that, the God is permanent one. That is why it occurred to me. Vyavasaya, Vyavasthana, Samsthana, Sthanado Dhruva. A line is there in Vishnu sahasranamam, on which separate video I made it. Those people who wanted to get confirmation in the job, that word Dhruva means confirmation will be there. So Staviro Dhruva, the word once it comes, and you think of the Dhruva, automatically your position will be consolidated. Whether you are a contractor or a politician or education or getting a job, your position will be strengthened by invoking the Lord as Staviro Dhruva. Sir, God, oh God, Vishnu, you are permanent one. I am also, make me permanent in my own affairs, in my brain, in my good thoughts. Then Manuh, please give me some willpower to develop good thoughts. Let it not go here and there. So that is another meaning. So Vishwakarma means you have to think when he has created this beautiful world. If you create a beautiful house and your children spoil it, how you feel it? Don't make it dirty. I have made it so nicely, your wife will tell. Like that, this God has created this particular one. Let us maintain it. As I saw in Singapore, even in spick and span on the road, when my grandson was eating that banana, the banana leaf, if had he been an Indian, he would have thrown somewhere from the car. No. He takes the car to a particular point where dustbin is available. There he throws that particular banana peel. So much discipline, and ultimately the roads are very clean. That thing is there. That thing is there. So God has created this particular one. Let us help the society to be better. Let us not waste our natural resources. Let it be water. Let us use the water properly. Let the land be properly used. Let not trees be unnecessarily cut. This is the position. Amara Prabhu. So you can understand when God himself is taking care of the gods, you are nothing. So have a faith on the God and believe that he is protecting you and pray to him. Then Padmanabha, ideas you will get it from the Padmanabha. So when his ideas you have to develop, and then how you can overcome the problems. Never think of the problems alone. A man who thinks of the problems, he will develop nervousness and he will be failure. The man who thinks of solutions and some with creativity, then he will survive. That is the position. Aprameya, his capabilities you cannot reduce by reading any particular book. You have to get a iota of that particular one by meditation. Only a person like Arjuna or one or two people may be lucky to see Vishwarupa of the God. Not all. Let us pray to the God humbly and let him protect us. Let him guide us. Om Tassas.